Last summer, I rented an Airbnb in the mountains. Secluded. Cheap. 5 stars with over 200 reviews. It seemed perfect. Until I found the door. The one that wasn't on the listing. The one that they didn't want me to open. This is the story of the hidden floor, and why it's still trending on Reddit. The cabin was called Whispering Pines Retreat. Photos showed a cozy A-frame with a stone fireplace and floor-to-ceiling windows. The reviews raved about the peaceful vibe and pristine nature. Only one warning: don't open the basement door. Mold issues. But I wasn't there for the basement. I was there to write, or so I thought. The first night was off. The lockbox code didn't work. I had to call the host, a woman named Mara, who answered on the first ring. Try 6675, she said. Not 66674, the code she'd sent. Weird, I mumbled. The devil's code, she laughed. I didn't ask what she meant. Mistake number 1. Inside, the cabin smelled like lemon cleaner and something burnt. The furniture was straight out of a 1970s motel. Avocado green couch, wood-paneled walls. But the worst part? The noise, a constant drip from the ceiling. Mara said it was a leaky pipe. It wasn't. I woke up at 3 a.m. to a crash. The bookshelf had toppled over, spilling paperbacks. But the floor wasn't wet. No earthquake, just that smell. Burnt hair. I texted Mara. Everything okay? She replied instantly, don't worry. The last guest was messy. I checked the guest book. The last entry was 2019, 3 years ago. Day 2. The drip turned into a thud. Heavy, rhythmic, like someone jumping upstairs. But the cabin was one story. I called Mara. Is there an attic? She paused. No, must be squirrels. That night, I set up my laptop to record. Bigger mistake. The footage showed nothing. Until 2:47 a.m. A shadow crossed the living room. Not an animal. A person. Small. Child-sized. They crouched by the toppled bookshelf, stacking books into a pyramid. Then, they looked at the camera. No face. Just static. I froze. The timestamp glitched. July 2004. I packed to leave. That's when I found it. Behind the bookshelf, a door, rusted hinges, no handle. The wood was charred, like it had survived a fire. The Airbnb listing never mentioned it. The reviews never mentioned it. But carved into the frame were initials, TK 2004. I googled Whispering Pines Retreat Fire. The first result, a 2004 news article. Family of 4 dies in mountain cabin blaze. The Kingsleys. Parents Thomas and Laura. Kids Tammy and Kevin. The cause? Faulty wiring. But the comments section told a darker story. The dad did it, one user wrote. He locked them in the basement. The drip, the thudding, the shadow. It wasn't squirrels, it was them, and they wanted out. I should have left. But curiosity kills faster than ghosts. I pried open the door. Stairs led down into pitch black. The smell of smoke choked me. My phone flashlight revealed a nightmare. A scorched basement with 4 mattresses, chains bolted to the walls, and a tiny shoe, pink, sparkly. Tammy's. The thudding grew louder. Behind me, above me, everywhere. I ran. The door slammed shut. The flashlight died. A voice giggled. You're late. Hands, small, cold, grabbed my ankles. I kicked free, scrambling upstairs. The cabin was ice cold. Frost coated the windows. And outside, figures. 4 of them, silhouetted against the trees, watching. The host's number was disconnected. The listing? Gone. But the reviews, they were still there. Hundreds of 5-star ratings dated 2004-2024. All from the same account. Guest. The profile photo? A burned family portrait. The Kingsleys, still smiling. I posted the story online. It blew up. Over 10 million views. Comments poured in. I stayed there last year. Saw the kid by the fireplace. The host offered me a discount to delete my review. But last week, Mara texted me. New number. 1 sentence. You left something behind. Attached was a photo. The pink shoe, sitting on my doorstep. The Kingsleys aren't trapped in the cabin. They're in the app, and they're always available. Two months ago, my Airbnb nightmare went viral. Over 50 million views. News outlets called me a liar. Reddit called me a hero. But what happened in that rented bedroom wasn't just a privacy invasion. It was an invitation. This is the story of the Mirror's Eye, and why I'll never film a makeup tutorial again. I'm a beauty influencer, or was until this happened. I'd booked a chic downtown loft for a Get Ready With Me video. The host, Alex, had over 500 glowing reviews. Perfect lighting. Best mirrors. Feels like home. But when I arrived, the mirrors, they felt alive. Floor to ceiling, spotless, and angled just right to capture every corner of the room. Alex's message popped up as I unpacked. Don't cover the mirrors. They're vintage. Fragile. I shrugged. First mistake. The first video went smoothly. But when I edited the footage, I noticed it. In the corner of the mirror, a flicker, like someone had walked by behind me. But I was alone. I dismissed it as a glare. Second mistake. That night, I woke up to whispering. Not from the hall, from the mirror. I filmed it, thinking it'd go viral as a ghost prank. The audio was garbled until I reversed it. A child's voice. Mommy says you're pretty. I laughed it off. Third mistake. The comments exploded after I posted the clip. That's Emily Chen's voice, one user wrote. She died in that loft, I Googled her. Emily Chen, 8 years old, missing since 2017. Last seen wearing a red dress. Her parents owned the loft until they sold it after her disappearance. The new owner, Alex. I confronted Alex. He blocked me, but the loft's reviews updated. Perfect for content creators. Emily. 5 stars. Posted an hour after my video. My DMs flooded. Check the mirrors. He's watching. I bought a bug detector. Scanned the room. Nothing. Then, I checked the mirrors. The detector screamed. Tiny cameras hid in the corners, wired into the frames. But when I pried one loose, no circuitry. Just a black liquid oozing out. And strands of hair. Red. Like Emily's dress. I called the police. They found nothing. No cameras, no liquid. Just me, overreacting for clout. But that night, the mirrors changed. Reflections lagged. My copy blinked first. Then, she appeared. Emily, standing behind me in the mirror, her face half rotten, red dress stained black. Mommy likes your lipstick, she whispered. I screamed. My reflection screamed. Emily didn't. The door locked. The lights died. The mirrors glowed faintly, revealing words scrawled in dust. Stay pretty. Emily pressed her hands against the glass. Don't leave. Daddy needs more videos. The glass cracked. Black liquid seeped out. And then, Alex's voice from the mirror. Smile for the camera. I smashed the mirror with a chair. Emily shrieked. The glass didn't break. It melted, swallowing the chair. Hands, dozens of them, reached out. Subscribers, past guests, all trapped in the mirrors. Join us, Emily begged. You'll be famous forever. I escaped through a window. The police found the loft empty. No mirrors, no Alex, just my camera, still recording. The footage? Hours of me sleeping. And Emily brushing my hair. The video hit 50 million views. Comments poured in. I've stayed there. The mirrors followed me home. Alex offered me a sponsorship. Last week, a package arrived. No return address. Inside, a vintage mirror. A note. Miss you. E. And in the reflection, Emily. Closer now. Still whispering. Daddy's ready for your next video. I don't film anymore. But sometimes, when I pass a mirror, it films me.
We thought the rules were a joke, a quirky host's eccentricities. But when we broke them, we woke it up. This is the story of the Birchwood Cottage, the doll named Lottie, and why 12 million people watched us disappear live on TikTok. My fiancé Jake and I booked Birchwood Cottage for a romantic weekend. The listing was straight out of a fairy tale. Ivy-covered stone walls, a crackling fireplace, and a garden dotted with wildflowers. The host, Clara, sent a list of rules the day before. Don't enter the attic after dark. Never touch the doll in the living room. Always leave the hallway light on. We laughed. She's that kind of host, Jake said. But the doll, Lottie. She stared at us from the mantel. Porcelain face, glass eyes, a lace dress stained with something dark. The first night, Jake turned off the hallway light. Save power, he shrugged. At 3 a.m., we woke to footsteps above us. Heavy, like boots pacing the attic. Probably raccoons, Jake said. But the attic door was padlocked, rusted shut. Clara's response? You broke Rule 3. Day 2, Jake dared me to touch the doll. For the gram, he teased. I lifted Lottie, her head twisted 180 degrees. A key fell from her dress. Jake pocketed it. For the attic, he winked. That night the footsteps became voices. A woman sobbing, a child chanting, Lottie, Lottie, let them in. We Googled the cottage, buried in a 1987 news article. Family dies in cottage fire. Daughter's doll survives. The parents, Helen and Robert Birch, burned alive. Their daughter, Charlotte, Lottie, vanished. The doll, found untouched in the ashes. Comments on forums warned, the rules keep Lottie asleep, break them, and she'll take you too. Jake refused to leave. We're trending. He'd live-streamed everything, the attic noises, the doll. Followers doubled, then tripled. A user named Lottie1987 commented, "You're next." We used the key. The attic was a shrine. Newspaper clippings, candles, and a tiny coffin. Inside, Lottie's bones. Jake panned the camera. This is gold, he grinned. The live stream hit 50K viewers. Then, the doll appeared behind us, in the attic. Her porcelain face cracked into a smile. You woke me up, she whispered. The stream glitched. Comments flooded. Run! She's behind you! We bolted downstairs. The cottage doors locked. The hallway light exploded. Lottie stood at the foot of the stairs, her dress smoldering. Now we play, she giggled. The live stream kept rolling as she advanced. Jake screamed. The camera fell. The last clip? Lottie dragging him into the attic, her bones rattling in the coffin. The police found the cottage empty. No doll, no bones, just my phone, buried in ashes. The live stream? Gone. But someone uploaded the footage. It went viral. 12 million views. Comments like, I booked Birchwood next month. Should I cancel? Clara offered me a discount. Last week, a package arrived. No return address. Inside, Lottie. Her head twisted forward. A note. Your turn to host, Clara. And in the mirror behind me, Jake, smiling, charred, whispering, always leave the light on. I don't stream anymore, but Lottie does. Hey guys, if you loved this video, please subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.